Hey, this month I'm doing my newsletter on YouTube as a video. I thought it would be cool and a little bit more interactive to talk to you in that manner. Alright, so typically what I do is I have 3 parts. I'm not going to be able to give you a recipe because I'm not making something, let's be honest. But I'm going to start with a little bit about how I feel about training. Recently I read a great book called The Dip by Seth Godin. This book is amazing. Basic premise about it is that anything that you undertake is going to have a dip. So anything that you go that's worthwhile is going to have a dip in positive reinforcement, a dip in enthusiasm, and a dip of you seeing good results. The trick with training, with my specific take on the dip, is to realise, is this training working for me? Is it the kind of training that's going to work for me? And can I see a positive result in the end? Or is this a dip that's insurmountable? In my own personal experience, I used to want to be very big, like every guy. I want to be huge. That wasn't working for me due to my pain with my whiplash and car injury. So what I did is I had to reassess that. My dip was insurmountable at that time. It wasn't going to get any better with what I was doing with the intelligence that I was throwing at it. So what I had to do was just change it up a bit. So what I've done now is I've concentrated on flexibility and strength, just basic endurance, so that I can free myself up from pain, which I'm happy to say I'm just about there. I'm probably at 98%. I feel really good at the moment, and maybe I can get back to that weight. So what does that mean for you? It means that every time that you go to undertake anything, I'm not just talking about training here, anything you undertake, whether it's a job, whether it's a study, or whether it's your goals in the gym, you'll have a dip of positive reinforcement of the time that makes you feel good. If it's worth sticking with, and you have to ask yourself that question, work through the dip. Now the second point I want to make about the dip is the dip is great. The dip's there, embrace the dip. The dip is there to separate the boys from the men, so to speak. The reason why it's so lucrative to get through the dip is not everybody can, and that's why it's also so enjoyable. You think about someone who's in a modelling job and has great abs, for instance. Not everybody can get great abs. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that agree. Mine aren't that fantastic at the moment. They're okay, but they're not fantastic. Now, let's take me for example. If I was to work harder, maybe if I got my fat down low enough, I could have abs where I could get a modelling contract. Not for my face, but just for my abs. What I'm trying to say here is that it's really lucrative to get through the dip. And that's why it's there, and that's why you should enjoy the hard times. If it is hard, it's hard because it's going to be rewarding in the future. And if it's not rewarding in the future, then it's not worth your time. So there's my little spiel about dip. This is our newsletter for the month. Just touch my nose. Moving on, we're going to do exercise of the month. Exercise of the month, I'm sticking to doing stuff really basic. I'm going to do a side lunge. Okay, so with the side lunge, you see what I mean? Yeah. Alright, so we're going to do an exercise of the month as well. Today we're going to do the side lunge. So this looks like this, boom, we're coming out, we're going back. Both feet are straight to the centre. We step to a comfortable distance apart, and I drop my weight over this leg, which is really stretching it. Alright, and then side lunge to the other side. Again, reaching over, looking up to the horizon, keeping my body straight, my feet are straight, parallel. This is a side lunge. This is going to be great for you, pesky inner thigh muscles. This is for your butt, this is for your balance. And this, after you've finished, just makes you feel great. In keeping with previous newsletters, we're going to need a stretch as well. The stretch is very similar to the exercise. We're working the abductor muscles. In specific, we're working the gracilis muscle here. And we're going to step wide by side. We're going to reach over like this. This is a standing stretch. We'll reach, into a dynamic moving stretch. If you want, you can hold. I suggest you can dynamic. Go to the side, like so. So there we have it. I welcome any comments, any criticisms, especially the criticisms. They're awesome. Thank you for watching my YouTube video, and I really hope to hear from you.